Good morning, all. It is Friday, May the 22nd, and getting ready for another weekend. And today I'm coming to you from what we refer to as the Golden Rule Sunday School class. This is where our senior citizens meet for Sunday school. And some of our senior citizens have come back, but we still are missing quite a few. And we look forward to that time when they'll be back with us. We appreciate our senior citizens. They're a terrific group who are so encouraging and a group of people with a lot of wisdom. And so those of you who have not returned yet, we look forward to having you all back very soon. Hopefully be back in Sunday school sometime probably in July. But anyway, that's where I'm at today. And like I said, it is Friday, and so therefore I trust you have a pen and paper ready to write down birthdays and anniversaries for next week that I'll mention to you in just a few minutes. But let me first of all say happy birthday to Chris Carr. Happy birthday, Chris. Chris is such a blessing and such a great testimony for the Lord. And we won't go into all the details, all that he's been through. But through it all, him and Melissa have been such a terrific testimony for God. And so happy birthday, Chris. We're glad you're here celebrating your birthday with us. And then tomorrow will be Chad Wright's birthday. Chad is our bass player, and we appreciate him. And so happy birthday tomorrow to Chad. And then also happy anniversary to Jose and Hannah Tipton. Jose and Hannah Tipton, happy anniversary on Saturday. Hannah runs our Cubbies Awana program. And so we appreciate them very much. So happy anniversary, Jose and Hannah. And then on Sunday is Missy King's birthday. So happy birthday to Missy King. Well, this being Friday, you know that on Sunday we'll be joining back together for our worship service. We're going to do the same format that we have done for the last 2 weeks. We'll have two services, the 9 o'clock service and the 11 o'clock service. 9 o'clock service is basically for the A through J's, and the 11 o'clock service is for the K through Z's. And again, if you can't come to one of those based upon your last name, we make exceptions and so on. We're not real strict about that, but it just gives us a balance. In fact, last Sunday it ended up being 75 and 75. And so that's what we're doing. Now, there'll only be Children's Chapel in the 9 o'clock service. So if you have children and you want them in Children's Chapel, that'll only be the 9 o'clock service. So even if your last name alphabetically does not work for the 9 o'clock service, bring them 9 o'clock because that's the only time there'll be a Children's Chapel. Also, this coming Sunday, we're going to recognize our seniors who are graduating from high school. They're done with their school. Their graduation won't be till in July. But we're going to recognize them this Sunday. We'll recognize them in both services. I've talked to all of them, and they're willing to stay for both services. So we're going to recognize our seniors on Sunday as well. We are now starting today in phase 3 by the governor as far as opening the state up, which of course means that we can now meet in groups of 100, gathering of 100. But that still doesn't give us enough people to be able to have just one service. So we continue, even though we're in phase 3, we continue to have the two services on Sunday, 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. But things are starting to open up, and we're very, very thankful for that. Of course, met with some people this week as far as youth extravaganza is concerned, and we have decided that we probably won't be able to do a week of youth extravaganza like we always do. For those of you who don't know us, our youth extravaganza is our version of Vacation Bible School, and we will not be able to do that for a week this year, but we are planning some special things in July that we'll be mentioning very soon, with the kind of a youth extravaganza format with it and that sort of thing. So we'll let you know more about that maybe next week sometime, but we are going to have some things in July as far as having a kind of a Vacation Bible School theme, and so we're looking forward to that. Well, I trust that you have a pen and a paper, and here are the birthdays for next week. Now, next week on Monday, the 25th, is Kevin and Rhonda Voorhees' anniversary. Monday, the 25th, Kevin and Rhonda Voorhees. And then on Tuesday, the 26th, we have several birthdays. Tuesday, the 26th, is Brittany Pruitt's birthday, Pam Younger's, Charlotte Denny, and Susie Lawyer. So those four ladies have birthdays on Tuesday, the 26th. Brittany Pruitt, Pam Younger, Charlotte Denny, and Susie Lawyer. And then also on Tuesday, the 26th, is Ron and Missy King's anniversary. Ron and Missy King's anniversary on the 26th, Tuesday. And then Thursday, the 28th, is Jaden Woodworth's birthday. Jaden Woodworth on the 28th. And then Friday, the 29th, will be Scott and Wendy Ramsey's anniversary. The 29th, Scott and Wendy Ramsey's anniversary. And then on Sunday, the 31st, is Roberta Box and LaDon Joyner's birthday. Roberta Box and LaDon Joyner. All right? So Monday, the 25th, Kevin and Rhonda Voorhees' anniversary. Tuesday, the 26th, Brittany Pruitt, Pam Younger, Charlotte Denny, Susie Lawyer's birthday, and Ronnie Missy King's anniversary. Thursday, the 28th, Jaden Woodworth's birthday. Friday, the 29th, Scott and Wendy Ramsey's anniversary. And then Sunday, the 31st, Roberta Box and LaDon Joyner. All right, hopefully you got that down. Send them a text, give them a call, write them a card, and wish them a happy birthday or anniversary. All right? Good. Well, we have been going through Psalms 119, and today we are going to look beginning at Psalms 119 and verse 121. The psalmist here, again, seems to be a little perplexed. He doesn't understand, and we've all been there, why God doesn't move faster. He has some kind of oppression going against him, something is troubling him, and God doesn't seem to be moving fast enough. But yet, as he gets into God's word, he realizes that God's word will lead him down the path to firmness, to standing firm, even in the face of oppression or some kind of persecution or a situation that is difficult. And although sometimes we kind of waver and wonder, God, why aren't you doing any more than what you're doing? What's going on? We realize that God's word leads us to that path to stand firm. So first of all, notice a sensible supplication that he makes. It's a sensible supplication. He's making a request that makes a lot of sense because he's being oppressed. And he says in verse 121, I have done justly in righteousness. Do not lead me to my oppressors. Be surety for thy servant for good. Do not let the arrogant oppress me. So he's just making this request. Lord, do something about this situation that I'm in. And then he realizes, though, that I need to be a submissive servant. I need to submit to what you allow to happen. And that's why he says, beginning in verse 123, my eyes fail with longing for thy salvation and for thy righteous word. Deal with thy servant according to thy loving kindness, and teach me thy statutes. I am thy servant. Give me understanding, that I may know thy testimonies. He says, Lord, in the first part, I have this sensible supplication that I'm being oppressed, and I need you to do something about it. But then he goes on, he says in the next part, but I'm just your servant, and so I'm a submissive servant to you. And then he closes this section with a significant statement, because he realizes, okay, God, you're in control, and I just need to stay in your word, the word that I love. And so he says this, beginning in 126, it is time for the Lord to act, for they have broken thy law. Therefore, I love thy commandments above gold, yes, above fine gold. Therefore, I esteem right all thy precepts concerning everything. I hate every false way. So here he is making this stand to stand firm, because he has this supplication, a simple supplication, Lord, please move. But then he realizes, I'm just a servant, so I submit to your will. And then he makes this statement that your word can be trusted, and that's what I stand on. So God's word leads us down the path to standing firm, firmness in the midst of whatever we might be going through. Well, we look forward to seeing you this coming Sunday. Now, if you can't make it because of health issues or circumstances, we understand that. And we look forward to the time when you can come. But the service will be live streamed. The 9 o'clock service will be live streamed. If you're not able to make it or you feel uncomfortable about coming, it will be live streamed at 9 o'clock. And until then, we look forward to a great weekend. And we will see you this coming Sunday, Lord willing. And then we will reconnect next Monday. We'll do it at least one more week, although our time of doing these connects are slowly coming to an end. And so we'll see you Sunday, or we'll see you on Monday when we reconnect. Have a great weekend. God bless.